Welcome to Bree's Lip Service. This is my hair, freshly washed and conditioned, right? So I washed it, I conditioned it. Sorry, I'm like looking in the mirror, but you're here because I'm looking at the camera. I don't use a fancy camera, I use my phone. So just trying to see what you can see. So this is my hair, freshly washed, conditioned. I just rinsed the conditioner out. So it comes when straightened, a little bit past my breast. One side is longer than the other. Oh, this side, clearly longer. I don't know. My hair has always grown that way. I used to think it was the way my sister cut my hair. I don't know, because sometimes they say, stylists. My sister is a cosmetologist. She doesn't do it as a profession now, but she works like at a hospital. But not to tell her business. But so growing up, she would do my hair, and what am I saying? Oh, I would always find that the left side was shorter than the right. And a lot of people said, cosmetologists, they always have like a side that they do like a little bit different. Like that's kind of a thing. So I always thought it was my sister, but it might just be my hair, the way my hair grows. Let me be very frank. This is about rice water, but rice water did not grow my hair to this length. My hair has always been long since I was a little girl. I have cut it. You probably have seen, if you know me or have followed me, you probably have seen shorter hair pictures of me, because one time I had my hair trimmed while it was wet and she cut my fucking hair. And so my hair was up to here and I was crying. When it's curly and when it dries up, obviously it looks way shorter than what it is. But I'm coming to show you how thin it is and or was. I have been doing rice water for about 4 weeks now. This will be the 4th week, so 3 weeks. And I can see a difference. So the areas I'm wanting to thicken up is my crown. I want to thicken my crown. I want to thicken my nape. So let's see if you can see. And you can see how thin my nape area. I do not straighten my hair often these days. I figured while it's wet will kind of mimic the thickness of it, because once it dries, it obviously looks more thicker, when it dries. So I didn't want to show that, but I figure it being wet kind of shows a similar thing to what it would be when it's straightened. I don't know when I'm gonna straighten my hair next, although I have not had a clip, my ends clipped in very long, so I'm probably gonna lose like 2 inches of hair, just being honest. Anyway, I can see the difference. So this is the area I could see a difference in clearly right away, is the edges. I've never had a problem with edges. Like I've never had, I never lost my edges never came out. But I've always had a gradual growth, which I like. I think that looks natural. But just for me spraying it all over my hair, like I never had baby hair. I never had true, real baby hair. So that's what I'm seeing. Look at that. Like I fucking never had baby hair. Which, it's not something I yearn either. But it's just like, that's what's showing me, wow, this shit is really, it's really working. If I couldn't see it anywhere else, I definitely can see it in the edge area. So if you are missing edges, if you want more edges, I'm low-key hoping it doesn't fill in this area so much, because I do like the gradual. I don't want no thick ass like hairline, so hopefully that doesn't happen. So now let's get on to how I use it. This is my rice water. And let me tell you, this is the fast way. Some people call this the long way. Some people call this the fast way. I'm going to call it the medium, because it's the 24-hour way. That's medium. the few hours, like some people only do 4 hours, some people only do 1 hour, like as long as they can soak the rice, that's how long they do it. Me, this is my first time trying it. I used rice, put spring water in the rice. I let it sit for 24 hours. I, like mushed it around a bit. I did not wash it. I just mushed it around a bit, let it sit for 24 hours, maybe even a tad bit longer, because my allergies were really bothering me at the time, which was good because I couldn't smell it. Let it sit for a little bit longer than 24 hours, and then I strained it. You don't keep the rice in it, you just keep the water, and I put it in a bottle. Now I'm learning you don't keep the rice in it for 24 hours. You wash the rice, like as you have it in there, you wash it in your hands. Then you can let it soak some more if you want for a few hours. Then you transfer just the water to a glass bottle, tight closed. You don't trip about things. Like you can use, an old pickle jar or any type of glass bottle that you have that has an airtight close. You can use that. Just clean it and use it. Don't trip about things like you got to go and buy these, what are they called? Mason jars, and, relax, do what's easier for you, what you have, use what you have. Keep it airtight, 24 hours, let it sit, right? After 24 hours, then you can put it in the refrigerator, and you just transfer it to your bottle as you spray. Some people say keep it for a week. Some people say keep it for 3 weeks. Some people say, I kept it. This is my 4th week I'm using it. So I've clearly kept it for 4 weeks, because my thinking is, well, if you because the longer way is fermenting for up to 3 months. So that means just sitting it on your countertop and letting it, or in a dark place and letting it ferment. So it's like, how can it go bad really? You know what I mean? So that's why I kept it till it ran out. So this is going to be my last, my 4 weeks. So I just made the long version, which I'll show you maybe in the same video or maybe in the next video. But so the short version is just a couple of hours. The medium version is 24 hours. The long version can go from a week to up to 3 months. That's the fermentation process. Are you fermenting for only a couple of hours? Are you fermenting for 24 hours? Or are you fermenting for 3 months? That's the difference. I always do this. Not that this really helps. I really need a longer, bigger one, but I always have my hair in the middle part, which is good and bad. I mean, it separates it, but then I have a permanent part. And I low-key, when my hair is straight, kind of like my hair going off to the side. My water bottle is a little broken, so bear with the spray. But yeah, I just make sure I spray it right in the areas that I have a problem with. But, of course, all over. Get in there, move your hair out the way, make sure you spray in your scalp. Make sure you rub it in. Oh, and the first time I made this, which is the same batch, because I heard, even though I couldn't smell it, because I was, my allergies were messing with me. Once after the 24 hours was done, I put drops of tea tree oil and rosemary oil. Just a few drops of both. And because I didn't want to face the disgusting smell that everybody says it smells like. And even with the drops, like you could smell it just a tad bit, but I'm sure it's nothing like how people are saying. So the essential oils do help. So yeah, I just spray it all over. Make sure I spray it in my scalp. And also on the hair. So I do this to both sides. I'm using my, I don't know if you can see that, Felicia Leatherwood Detangle Brush. And you can use any, again, don't get caught up and she used this, let me run out and buy this, although you should get this. This is a great brush. But you could use any brush or comb. Just comb it through. Any brush or comb that works for you. Comb it through. It's nothing like a good scalp massage, right? Feels much better when somebody else is doing it too. Oh my God. That's the best part. Sidebar, like, I was looking up this guy who is known for cutting curly hair because I really need to get my ends cut. But I'm like, why don't I get a little shape as well? Like, I need a few layers. And they do these dry cuts, but like... in which I don't ever want to cut my hair wet again, so that makes sense. But it's like you come with your hair washed already, and I'm like, that's the best part of getting your hair done by somebody else is the wash. You know, it's the wash. It's like I don't want to do none of the work if I'm coming to you and I'm paying you $200+. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Make my problem area. Make sure that gets in. Whew, yeah, I smell it now. You get to the little bottom. Oh my God. It almost smells like, it's weird. Because like on one hand, it almost smells like spit up just a little bit. Like just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then you want to cover it. Now, I used to have a big bulk bag, and I don't know where they are, of you know, the plastic caps that you just put on. It looks like a shower cap, but they're disposable. And I used to have black ones, you know, in case you had a chemical or something. It was great. I don't know where they went. So we're gonna do a liner, a trash bag liner. Why? Because Ghetto Vations is in full effect. Yes, that's Ghetto Innovations. Because we like to call a lot of stuff ghetto, but it's really innovative. Don't let these motherfuckers tear you down and tear your brilliant mind down because you look like a certain person or you come from a certain place or whatever the fuck. Ghetto is innovative. You've heard it here. Ghettovation. Ghettovation is in full effect. It's a plastic bag. It's supposed to be a liner for the small trash bag. I don't use them for my trash. I don't use them at all. But we gonna use them for this. Yes, because I'm your what? Queen to be, honey. And we're going to clip that. I'm going to clip this right here. As soon as I find a clip. As soon as I find a clip. As soon as I find a clip. What? 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. I think the Yahoo women, I think that's how you pronounce it, they do 20 minutes. I do 20 to 30. So what I'm going to do is go do a 30-minute workout with this on, then rinse it out. And then I'll put in a leave-in conditioner or whatever curly product, or blow it out and flat iron. Whatever you do with your hair, you continue to style it after that. All right? Peace.